How's it going, Dazzlers? Welcome back to Daz Games, and we are back with another Daz Watches. When you do this for a living, you get to a point where you think, do you know what? I've seen it all. I've seen it all. And then you realize after someone suggests a video to you, i.e. you guys, that you haven't seen it all, and that there's more out there in the world you need to just avoid. Today, guys, we are back with our good friends over at TLC, and we are reacting to a video called Woman Addicted to Drinking Human Blood. It's true. Now, I don't need to go into why this is a bad idea. I think we all know it's a bad idea. But we're going to see why and how she got into doing something like this in the first place. I prefer just a nice glass of orange juice in the morning, alright? I don't need to suck your neck. Guarantee she thinks she's a vampire. Guarantee it. She's in Twilight too much. Let's watch the video.
My name is Michelle. I am 29 years.
Yeah, of course. Why did I know what she looked like before I watched the video? This is exactly how I thought she'd look.
Old. I am a tattoo artist.
Ooh. And she drinks blood? I wouldn't want her being anywhere near me if she drinks blood. What if she licks me? No.
And I am addicted to drinking animal blood.
Animal blood? What animal? You know you can get like tuberculosis and shit. How do you test it? I have so many questions.
Blood is as important as water to me.
Really? I mean, all day? Surely that's not good. I mean, she has enough trouble getting through a metal detector at an airport, but why is she adding more stress to her life?
When I'm reading, when I'm relaxing, when I'm watching TV, when I'm painting.
So all the time, then. What is that? What's this? It's shit that I don't get in life, right? I was like gothic and edgy and stuff like that. But what is that? That doesn't even symbolize anything. You've just got a bunch of bones from the side of the road and made art.
It's never a bad time for me to drink blood.
There's always a bad time for you to drink blood. In fact, 24 hours of the day, you should never drink blood.
For the past 10 years, she drinks 7 litres a week to...
7 litres a week? Bitch be drinking my bath! In blood!
I wake up in the morning, I pour it into my coffee cup.
Where'd you get it from? Who's selling her blood? It's America, innit? Of course it is. Over here, you try going to the butcher's for some blood. You ain't getting it. You're getting sectioned.
When I make Bloody Marys, I use vodka, hot sauce, and then I add the final touch.
Blood.
The blood.
Yeah, we weren't shocked at all.
When Michelle initially told me that she drank blood.
Of course his name's Chad. He looks like a Chad. Rocked at football in high school, you know? That's a Chad.
Obviously, I was shocked. It took a while to set in and absorb.
Just, like, we need to bring back just a little bit of bullying. Just a bit. Not too much. Just a bit. Like, she starts drinking blood, smack. Like, that's it. And that might be enough to stop it. See, I told you, it fills the bath 23 times. Jesus Christ.
I prefer pig's blood to beef blood.
I don't think it matters, really. When you're picking out meat, it matters. It has different flavors, different textures. You can do different things with it. Produces a different stock. Blood, it's blood, isn't it?
It's a little bit more salty than the beef blood. The consistency.
This woman puts needles into people's skin and draws art on them. She's hired.
Is like that of wine. It's just...
You know, like that pad is blank. You've just created a mood like you're drinking blood. Oh, I'm so edgy, I'm a vampire. You're not! Do you know why? Because vampires weren't vampires, because they didn't fucking exist. Oh, but Daz, there was Vlad the Impaler. Yeah. Have you ever looked at his brain? Do you know how mental he was? He wasn't a vampire. He was a nut job.
And it doesn't taste like wine, but...
Because it's blood, and it is pumped through a heart. Whereas wine is just crushed grapes.
Hiding her dark obsession, she's finally ready to reveal the truth.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Mum isn't gonna be happy about this one.
I had something that I wanted to tell you. Why do you have that look on your face?
Yeah, I feel like she's had to tell her mum a lot of things, and her mum's had to accept an awful lot. But look, her mum's got a little skull earring. Yeah, she's a little bit edgy. She's got her hair dye red, you know? Mama's a little bit alternative, so she might be into it.
I drink blood.
You're kidding, right?
Nope, there's a camera crew there. It's very serious. Oh no, mum's gonna self-destruct. This might be the bit that, I think all parents have to go through that stage where we're dealing with our kids. They're teenagers, they're edgy, they're rebellious. She doesn't look like a teenager, though. She looks like she's old enough now to stop the shit. There's no need to drink blood. There's no need for it. Oh, mama. Why? I see a mum here that this isn't the only problem she's had to deal with. A lot of the times, and it's not judgmental at all, because like I say, I was like gothic and I had nail varnish and I looked mental. But it was just fun. There was nothing wrong with me. It was just for fun. But unfortunately, a lot of people in that like demographic of people genuinely do have problems, and I've met them. I have been sat down, right, when I was growing up. My sister got all these weird friends, all gothic-y and shit, and they would try and give me their wings that they believed they had angel wings, and they tried to give it to me, right? It's true. It's a true story. And some of them thought they were werewolves. And I just saw this whole other... I just was expressive with my clothing, and I had fun, and I loved the music. I loved the music scene. I loved the rock bars and hanging out with the bikers, because I felt more safer with these people, because they were, just nerdy, and it was great. But unfortunately, there's this other side where being edgy just isn't enough. We have to push the boundaries. We have to be more edgy. And this, I feel, again, might be attached to something more, and this mum probably knows what it is.
Mom.
No, it's not like, Mum, you don't understand me. Like, it's not that. Your mum doesn't want you drinking blood. It's not like the best thing for you.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, like, why? Why are you doing it? Even if you like it, why are you doing it?
I just do. I can't help it.
I don't know. Like, when I look at addiction, and I don't really have an addictive personality. I've never been addicted to, like, anything, like alcohol or, I've certainly been addicted to Pringles. I've eaten too many of them.
For years, I've done it for a really long time.
Why?
Yeah, that's it. Why? All right, we know that you're doing it, but why?
And how does one acquire that kind of taste?
Yeah, how do you get into it? Yeah, how do you get into that? You don't just accidentally buy it at the supermarket, do you?
I wish I knew.
You do know! When was the first time you were like, oh, and then I guarantee you, she tried biting someone like a vampire or something fucking awful.
You need to know that I am safe.
Are you? I don't think you are.
I've made sure that people had blood tests prior.
People? I thought it was just animals' blood, though. I can understand as a parent why she's upset. This is like, you don't need to do it. There's something else that you're not dealing with. I said this in the previous video recently, that we need to stop. We've created a safe space for mental illness, but the space is so safe now, people feel like they can live there with it. Like, instead of, you still got to treat it. You still got to go and get help for your shit. I've had my shit. If I didn't go and fix my shit, I would be sat here now deep throating this microphone. And you know what? The world would be like, yay, Daz, you do you. You're really good at deep throating that. And there might be one person out of those 100 that go, Daz, stop it. You need to go sort that out. I've never deep throated this microphone. I promise.
I don't touch anybody. They do it however they want to do it. They extract it however they want.
Doesn't make it better. It doesn't make it better. That's all I have to say about that.
It's weird. Even for you, it's weird.
Yeah, even for you. Like, this isn't the first bullshit she's had to deal with. A lot of people don't want to deal with problems. I checked out of my family a long time ago because people just don't want to deal with mental illness if they don't have it. But when you neglect it, it just comes out in so many weird and wonderful ways, and it's a problem. It's a real problem.
I could still be doing worse things, you know.
And that doesn't make up for it, like, at all. No, you probably will. Once this, if people didn't care about this, if your mum was like, all right, and you weren't getting any attention for it, that's why you're doing a show, right? You just go and do something else.
This is not ever something I thought I'd be doing with my daughter. Well, this certainly isn't.
I mean, yeah, that's what I mean. Like the normal angsty stuff, like piercings you don't want to see your kids get. She still did it because, you know, all people, you know, people go and do it. But this is another level. This is another level of having to cope.
I really don't think it's that weird. I've been doing it for years.
Doesn't mean it's not weird. Jeffrey Dahmer did things that he did for years. Do you think that after 10 years, killing homosexual men just became normal just because he was good at it and he had years of practice? No. These aren't answers. It is, if it wasn't weird, you wouldn't have had to sit down in front of a TV crew and announce it. Like it is. It's weird. It's not healthy no matter how many checks are done. And you can make yourself seriously ill from this. And contract shit. Some of these tests don't pick up. Sometimes HIV with like today's medicine is so undetectable, but it's fucking there.
But don't you think you should go to a doctor and get a checkup? Good physical?
Yeah. Stop it. Stop it. Yesterday.
I know everybody just sees the downsides and being worried about it.
What's the up? Like, what's the upside of it, though? Other than it brings you closer to Edward Cullen, right? What is the upside of it? What's the benefit? Other than you may like it, you may whatever. What is realistically the ups of this?
It's just not safe.
That's life. It's risky, Mom.
No. Very well. I could go out and get stabbed or hit by a bus. You know, life is not always safe. But I don't go out with the intention of getting hit by a bus. These are excuses. And what she's doing, bless her, is just detracting from the... She wants someone to intervene. I can see it. This blood drinking is a cry for help. And calm down, microphone. I'm not going to deep throat you. This sort of thing is a cry for help. It's a way to get people riled up and talking about her. And obviously it's not safe. So the number one thing to do here is to slowly get this behavior under control and just trying as hard as it is to get her to see a professional.
I would rather not see a doctor, but for the physicality aspects of it and...
Here we go. So she's now got the courage. She's now in a doctor's office. And this is a way, not enough people have intervened on the little weird bits of behavior. And now it's got to this extreme. Now we're dealing with it. But I'd be interested to see what the doctor's going to say.
And for my mother's sake, it'll just put her mind...
And she's a very like this here with the pillow. There's no need for her to sit on that bed with that pillow there. She is very deadpanned. I think there is some sort of like bipolar identity crisis going on here, and it's probably from something traumatic in her past. And this pillow and holding it there, she is now doing something that she's anticipated for a long time. It's making her uncomfortable.
Mind at ease doesn't mean it's going to change anything that I do, but I'm...
And then there's another thing with mental illness is that people, they get so used to, especially if they've developed them from a young age, they get so used to these symptoms that they feel like their mental illness is a part of them. It's their personality and they can't change. And that association with the mental illness is when it's gone too far and it develops into something much worse. When people think it's their personality and that is just them, it's normally like gone too far and it just takes a lot longer to get rid of.
Now tell me, which animals are you consuming the blood of?
It is actually most frequently pig blood.
Okay, so, you know, she's being very honest, which is great. She's not holding back. I'd be interested to see what he tells her and how she takes it.
Where does this blood come from? Is it tested for important pathogens?
I drink the blood straight from them.
So she's lying to her mum, and she's not even getting it tested, which I kind of had a feeling that she would be doing that. Like I said, I reckon she's even maybe tried biting it and consuming it like a vampire.
I either know them very well and have their word, or
Good enough, is it? You don't know who they slept with. They could have got a test and it's too early to detect something that's coming. It's just not safe. It's not safe. It's not cool. It's not edgy. It is just completely unhygienic and it can devastate your health. And when someone is willing to do that to their body, it's like a form of control. Like, that's why people self-harm a lot, because it's a form of taking back some control, and I'm in control. I'm causing this. I can feel this. It's very, very deep psychological. And the fact that she's willing to do this to her own body, she's past the point of care.
I actually started doing it when I was younger. I'd say when I was in my mid-teens.
Okay, so she did it when she was in her mid-teens. So whatever's happened has happened when she was very young.
So iron overload is a serious condition which can damage your heart.
So as I hate to point it out, but just to give you an idea of what I mean, you can see here on her arms and stuff, there is like an issue with self-harm. So there is an underlying issue. And unfortunately, a lot of these cases, they do lead back to some sort of sexual abuse as a child, normally caused by fucking family members. And unfortunately, just people, they don't like, they recover. There is plenty of opportunities to recover, but it's just so damaging long-term for people's lives. So this is why with like pedophiles and things like that, they just need to be executed, because they are just life in prison isn't enough. Like they're destroying people's lives. I'm not saying this has happened to her. I'm just saying with like my experience talking to like people. I have thousands of fans who come to me who are like troubled. We have things set up for them. When people email, it never goes to me, it goes to the correct people, so they get offered help and stuff. It just always seems to go back to that. But this might be a whole different type of abuse, might not even be abuse. It might be an abusive home. Like there's reasons, maybe even like psychological things that maybe she was just born with. But there isn't, the point is there's an underlying issue here. And this blood drinking and this culture and this is about acceptance, and it's about I need help. And it should never be ignored. And I don't think they should really make a show out of it either. It's because, My Strange Addictions is usually about things that, they might be harmful to their health. But again, there's always something underlying with it. And this is the case here.
But I'm going to definitely make it more of a habit to come to the doctor, get my blood tested.
So we're not going to stop, again. And this is where a lot of the health system, there is no perfect health system in the world. We have NHS, which it's free, but it has many faults. And there are also not enough doctors and nurses, available. We're having to import from Europe. One of the things that every health system doesn't do right is mental health. You literally, in this world, have to be found with a fucking rope round your neck before anyone will take you seriously. Doesn't matter what you have wrong with you, there just isn't a system in place strong enough to help people the way they need. The pharmaceutical companies, they make billions. Billions. They don't want to cure these things. They don't want to cure cancer. They don't want to cure. They make billions. It just builds infrastructures beyond our imagination. COVID, shit, people bought stocks in that. Like, it's crazy. And when it comes to like mentally ill people, you'll be surprised how much of a recovery even the worst cases can make. But there's just not enough support there, and people get turned away. Like, she got told, don't drink blood, but I didn't see, maybe it was behind the edit, they didn't put it on camera, I don't know. But if I was that doctor, I would have done everything he did and talked about all the risks, because that's right. But then I would have talked about her. I would have got into her, and I would have recommended or referred her to somewhere to talk about her mental health. And they just cure the problem with either medicine or, there's just no long-term, we just need to rebuild the mental health. There needs to be more of a mental health industry. And I see it. As a YouTuber, I see how widespread and deep the problem is because I meet thousands of you. Going out in public now, I meet so many of you, and a lot of people will just off the bat start spouting out everything that they've been through. And I get emails. I've had emails of people about to commit suicide, and just seeing how many troubled people are out there and with nowhere to fucking turn. And if they don't have a supportive, understanding family, or a family that hasn't initially helped cause this from the living environment, I don't know what the answer is, but there's a lot of ill people out there doing a lot of freaky shit. And most of it we look at and dismiss it as, oh man, like Wendy's weird, she drinks blood, like, but no one's going, why? Let's help her. And it's a very sad world we live in. I wish her all the best. This is definitely fucking bizarre. Don't drink blood. It's not cool. That doctor was right. You'll get all sorts of shit. She's very lucky she hasn't got any conditions already. But if anything of this video showed us, I think it showed us that how everyone, even this documentary, was just focusing on her addiction rather than her problem. And yeah, it was kind of exploitative, this episode. Very different episode today, guys, of My Strange Addiction. Normally it's guys that just want to like rub balloons on their tits. But we've got this today. A bit more of a serious turn. But it's important. I like doing these videos because it's important. Guys, let me know what you think. Like, love, caress my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't drink out of your friend's fucking arm, okay? And stay dazzling.